He grew up in Kibera. 16 years of his life was there. He's a personal security consultant. He's available to you, your school, your family, your group of families. But it's important that he's sitting here with me today having that conversation you don't want to have, but you know you need to have it. And sometimes you've worried that if you bring it up, those other mothers are going to say, apana, it's not African, please. The ABCs of raising assertive and what?
Assertive and defiant.
Defiant daughters. His name is Trevor Mimano. We've done A for awareness, B for boundaries, and C for?
Conflict.
All right, let's go there.
So the thing about conflict is, in this day and age, it really gets a bad rap. Everyone tries to avoid it at all costs.
Yes.
Right? It's somehow that if you engage in conflict, you are
a bad person.
You are a bad person, or you're a criminal, and only criminals engage in conflict. But it's not true. If bad people are doing bad things to good people, it's your obligation to engage in conflict so you can stop that action, so you can stop the threat.
All right.
And there's 3 levels to this when it comes to kids. And the first is verbal conflict, or verbal confrontation. So almost similar to boundaries, where you're teaching your children how to say no and take care of their own spaces. I want my child to be assertive and defiant enough that if someone chooses her as a potential victim, she can communicate her thoughts concisely, bluntly, and very loudly if possible. So no wishy-washy language. I want her to be able to say very clearly, no, leave me alone, whatever that script is. Get the message across.
Right.
Because if she acts in that way, and of course she has the mechanics of how to be assertive, more than likely that individual or that predator will choose someone else.
True. Yeah. Very true.
Because they don't want to work
you're too much trouble.
Yeah,
you're too much trouble.
Work. Just find someone who's easier. But further to verbal conflict, if that's not working, if her communication skills, she's done everything she knows how to do and this is not working, the threat is still present, then I want her to get away from it. I want her to, quite literally, I want her to run away. But telling your kids run away is incomplete information, because where are you running to and what do you do when you get there? So with Lani, we've trained her to run to safety, and safety is quite literally find another group of adults, and within that group of adults, find a mommy. So find another mommy, right? Because moms who see a child in distress are far more likely to stop and actually offer assistance.
Okay.
Right? And the chances of her getting away from one sexual predator to go into a group of people, find a mom and find out that she's a sexual predator, it's just never going to happen. But once they find another mommy, it's still incomplete. She needs to give information to this person so that she can get help.
There you go.
And the information is, my father is Trevor Mimano and his number is 0722 XYZ. Or my mom is Vivian Mimano and her number is XYZ. And just in case she can't communicate it for whatever reason, these little bands that we get now for 20 or 30 shillings, just put your name and your phone number on it and have your child wear it. So that if she does go to help, she can just say, call the number. Right? And someone will come to you.
Fantastic.
Because you find kids who are lost in, who's your mom?
Mommy.
Who's your dad?
Daddy.
It doesn't do anyone any good. But the last part about conflict is, I want her to know that if none of that stuff works, that it's okay for her to fight.
Yes.
If she can't use her communication and she can't get away, I want her to know that it's okay for her to fight. I want her to learn the skills and the mechanics of how to be uncomfortable, or how to be comfortable being physically uncomfortable.
Okay.
I want her to know what pressure is like.
Yes.
Right? Because the sooner she knows what that's about, the sooner she's able to learn what she can do and what she can't do. Whether it's kicking, screaming, pushing, pulling, biting, scratching, spitting. But more important than that is, these are the mechanics I will then use as she grows older into a young woman to teach her the mechanics of how to cause injury.
Yes.
Because when you're in a fight, it's about saving yourself. It's about survival. And I want my daughter to be dangerous. I want to teach her the skills that if someone chooses her, she will know exactly what to do to pick a target and cause injury and keep causing injury until that threat is non-functional.
Okay.
So it's okay for her to fight.
Oh, you thought, this was going to be a cute conversation. My name is Caroline Mutoko. When have I ever done that to you? If I am going to demand 6 minutes of your time, it's going to be worth it. So I'm sure you're sitting there thinking information overload, but information you wanted. So I want you to pack these ABCs that are for your teenage children, your young children, because you start where you are. And then I want you to come back so that Trevor can start a conversation, and all he's going to do is hint at it so that you can figure out when you're going to call him for a proper consultation for your organization, for your department, for your chama, because I think you need it. And the only reason I'm going back into this space is that when he spoke at Women, Words and Wine, the room was like, more wine, please. Okay, so please subscribe, come on back, and let's have a conversation about you and me and how Trevor knows how you become a target. Yes, you, girlfriend. Yeah, you. Thank you.